we go. Hello, this is Russell Robinson, the CEO of the Jewish National Fund, and I welcome you to my monthly Google Hangout conversations with the CEO. This is my second take today. We had a little technical difficulty for those that were watching earlier, so hopefully you'll watch this on YouTube and on Facebook. But I have a couple questions, and my son and my daughter told me that I have to do the Google Hangout in a very concise time period. So I'm going to try to rush it and make it shorter this time and then see how you like it. You can feed back to me on Facebook or on Twitter. The first question comes from Joe Catrone. Joe on Twitter asked, how do I explain to my children and apologize for the ethnic cleansing thing? Now, Joe, you have quite a following on Twitter. I have to tell you that I also saw all the other people that retweeted your question and the words of hate, and I wanted to answer this question. It's a Jewish National Fund question. It's my own words. Here we are celebrating the new year, where we celebrate dipping apples into honey, sweetness, and talk about life. And we're now going into our Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur, where we'll ask ourselves about what we are about and what did we do right and wrong, and how do we become better next year. Now, I'm not going to tell you that things in Israel are perfect. For sure not. There's a lot of issues. But, Joe, it is a country, a nation, a part of a Jewish people, a spirit of all of us that try to become better every single day. So you using the words ethnic cleansing, I resent it, because find out what about the Jewish people. You know, there's a book by Rabbi Walpe who spoke at our conference, and he talks about the Jewish people. Why be Jewish? Because it's not about hurting or destroying. That's not what we're about. We're about joy and bringing good things to the world, and that's what Israel's all about. And, Joe, you and your followers can talk about hate. But I'm going to tell you what we are going to talk about before, today, and forever. We're going to talk about love, peace. We're going to talk about building parks in Israel. Guess who for? All the Israelis, Muslims, Christians, Jews. We're going to make a difference in the land of Israel and provide water as we have for 1.5 million Israelis. We don't ask the question. Jew, Christian, Druze, Bedouin, Muslim. We just provide it. And when Israel does what they do around the world in providing a farmer in Africa, bringing food onto their plate because of a water resource developed in a place called Israel, Israel makes the world a better place. So, I can look at myself and my children. I can be very proud of being a Jewish individual, being part of the Jewish people, being part of the nation of Israel. And Joe, you can go with your hate, and your followers can go with hate. But I'm telling you, a Jewish National Fund and our people and our hundreds of thousands of donors and contributors around the country are all going to rise up and fight that darkness of hate by providing resources to a people that just want to become a little bit safer, have peace and security, and we are connected to that land of Israel, and we're part of that winning formula after 66 years of Israel. And our charitable focus after the end of Protective Edge is going to continue on that work. We're going to continue developing the Negev to bring 500,000 people to the Negev, to help all the inhabitants of the Negev, to bring up educational qualities, to bring communities, to bring new resources and jobs and opportunity. We're going to bring 300,000 people to the Galilee, 17% of the land of Israel that's going to be part of the total part of Israel, not a second-class economic situation there for all the Israelis that live there. We're going to bring historical sites that deal with Israel independence alive and show the true heroism to bring back a nation 66 years ago. The Zionist movement It started up in Tel Chai, the modern Zionist movement in the 1800s, and continued on when we go to Ammunition Hill, celebrate the reunification of Yerushalayim. And we're going to be involved in water and helping people with special needs and Zionist education and bringing Alexander Muss High School a semester abroad to more, not 1,500 high school kids a year. We're going for 5,000 high school teenagers a year to go to Israel to spend a semester abroad. So come on to www.jnf.org. Go to our Facebook page and like us. Go to Twitter, twit. I don't know how you do whatever that is, but join us. Join us, and let's rise up this new year against hatred. And let's keep talking the JNF message. Our voice in Israel, our voice of peace, our voice of unity, of love, of making a difference for the people of Israel and for all mankind. Thank you all very much, and Lashana Tova.